2, you look at 220 kilometers. And this road was awarded since 2014. So we are talking about 9 years. 9 years ago, and in 9 years we've been able to pay 13 billion. So there's no way this road, I'm told that it's being paid on Sukuk. So Sukuk, is 2 billion, 3 billion per year. So I think, number one, the construction method is very wrong. You do not use laterite to fill this road. It should have been sharp sand and the drainage on both sides to contain the sharp sand. This road is built to fail. So I suggest that the contractor should come and meet us. The director, South should redesign the road. Our method is where you have an existing single carriageway. We want to turn it to double. We go to the middle of the road, we divide it and take some this side, take some this side. Then we are not talking of a lot of compensation. And moreover, it's an existing pavement which showed us that is more stable building a brand new carriageway. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to redesign it. I'm told that we are owing the contractor 4.5 billion. So let us review the job. Put wearing costs in the place you have put wearing costs where you are buying that you can see it's falling. No wearing cost is allowed. Binder cost is allowed without covering it. This is a directive, and of course we are not doing any surface dressing. Protect the ones you have done. The sidewalks you need to do, I'm told that there is a walkway, but if there is no drainage, we have to incorporate a drainage, but no surface dressing. If you are working test surface dressing, do not do it. Come back to us so that we can incorporate a drainage and walkway on top of the drainage. We can do that, but definitely this contract, like I said, everything is wrong with it. Even in the next 30 years, with this kind of thing, it is not achievable. So we have to think about other sustainable source of funding. And what I would have done is to rehabilitate the existing one before we talk about building a new one, since there is no fund. So this is not good. And it just put people in more pains. And this is what Mr. President is against. If we are to do a road, let us do a road and let us look at the funding and do the road. You couldn't have paid for a job that is, even if we are doing it 700, million per kilometer, that is going to be about, over 150 billion. And if in 9 years you are able to pay 13 billion, what will you now pay, to complete the project? So it's not realistic at all. We are not terminating the job, but we want to discuss and present the realities to Mr. President. And but let me also inform the governor of Delta State, here represented by His Excellency the Deputy Governor. We must think outside the box on how to help our people. State to state roads, which is, or federal roads leading from state to state, is what makes the viability of the economic activities of each of the states. And if it is not done, it is difficult for you to have an economic revolution in your state. So this is very important. And so we must have to think of aggressive methods and ways to build our roads. And I want to encourage state governors to participate in our new program, HDMI, which is Highway Development and Management Initiative. We have the green field, we have the brown field. The green field is where you take up this road and rehabilitate it, build it, and then toll it. You told it based on our, procedures, Then the brownfield is where we have completed a project, a road, completely or partially. You can take it up. So a state government is a corporate entity, and so can be an investor. So there's nothing wrong with a state government partnering with us. Even if we are to raise bond, we can raise bond to build this road, get lands by the size to put commercial, activities. We put parks, we put industrial cluster. In some places we can put hotel. We put service stations where you have small hotels, eateries, all things that happen. Put solar lights by the two sides of the road, and put CCTV to monitor this. It becomes the safest highway, and then people will plow on it. People will be happy to pay their toll gate. And we also advocate for big companies, like the big haulage companies, and big companies like Boad, Dangote, Lafarge. Let them pay road tax. Let them pay road tax, so that let the present administration introduce road tax. We can start with the big companies, not limited to this area. The other big companies, that we can also work with. This is very important. And so I will be asking the director South, the contractor, the controller, let them do their work in terms of the redesign, and then let's come. I need to have the package to present to Mr. President. Your Excellency, you want to say something?